Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm Aerial Traveler, and welcome to my channel. I've been tagged by the World According to Goat to do a feature video on 3 luxury items in my pack. Now, since I do a lot of backpacking and tree climbing, I'm going to actually feature 6 items in this video. 3 for backpacking and 3 for tree climbing. Okay, let's start with backpacking first. My first item is a chair. Now this is a Thermarest Uno chair. It's got a flat bottom and it's real good for sandy soils or silty areas around creeks. This is not the lightest chair in the world, so all you ultralight backpackers can laugh a little bit right now. This one's about 1 pound 15 ounces. There's certainly lighter options available, but it's a nice chair. It's great for kayaking, and I do like to take it whenever I can and can justify the weight. If I don't have room for this in my pack, or if I'm doing incredible mileage, or if I'm backpacking internationally, I usually will just take a cheap sit pad. Ultralight, it costs nothing. You can get off brands for $2, $3, $4 a piece, depending on how long you're waiting for shipping. Okay, my second item for backpacking is a saw. I like to take a saw with me because I like to have a fire in the woods whenever you can. Might be considered a necessary item depending on where you're at. I think it's a luxury item because of the weight. You can certainly usually get a fire going without one, but it allows you to cut some decent sized wood for a long burn fire. This is a Silky. It's an F180. And it's a nice lightweight saw. I just got it. I have a little band on here to just make sure it stays closed, and I have a little lanyard on it. It's a fast cutting saw. I think the blade is about 8 or 9 inches long, 7.5 inches long, so it's a decent sized saw. It'll cut pretty much anything you want for a small campfire. Okay, my third item for backpacking is some kind of flask. I like this little metal flask because it's cheap. I think I got it at Walmart. I've never had a problem with it. I do take it on shorter backpacking trips when I'm not planning on sharing. I also have this larger 750 milliliter flask. This will actually hold a small bottle of liquor. It's great for international trips. You can take it empty and fill it up in the foreign country. Or if you're going to go on a longer backpacking trip or a kayaking trip for that matter, you have enough to share. So there you go, a flask. And of course you can always put your favorite adult beverage in there. Mine of course is a good single malt scotch. You can't go wrong with that. But you know, you could also put vodka, bourbon, whatever. Now here's 3 items for tree climbing that I keep in my pack. They're certainly not necessary, but they make your life a little more comfortable when you're going deep into the woods for a tree climb. So even if you're a backpacker, stay tuned because some of these items are universal. They're great for backpacking too. The first luxury item for tree climbing that I have in my backpack at almost all times, and this is a good item for backpacking also, but for tree climbing, I really like the Buff brand arm sleeves. They protect your arms. They have UV protection built into them, so you don't have to wear as much or any sunscreen on your arms. They're compression fit, so they're a nice tight fit. They're easy on and off. They pack down to nothing. And they're really great and versatile. Not the most comfortable thing in the world to wear, but they're great for backpacking, tree climbing, and international trips. And easy on and off, easy to layer. Buff arm sleeves. My second item, luxury item for tree climbing that's in my pack is a lightweight knife. I usually don't carry this up into the tree with me. This is a French-made Opinel. This is an old school folder. It does have a lock here. It's real lightweight because the handle's all wood. The blade has been used and abused on this knife, but it sharpens easily. They come razor sharp when you order them, and they're cheap. I think they're like $15 or $17. This was a gift from a family member, but this is great to have in my pack for tree climbing. You never know when you need a knife. And to be honest, I take this on almost every backpacking trip that I go on. It's just so lightweight, it's universal, it does lock, so it's a little more safe, and it's a great knife. It folds down and easy to store in your pocket. The third luxury item for my tree climbing backpack is a Zippo rechargeable hand warmer. I don't have it with me because my lady has it because it's frigid here in Ohio, but it's also a phone charger or camera charger. It's a battery bank too. It's 5,200 milliamp hours, and it does charge a small device at least once or twice. But the best part about it is it keeps your hands warm. It's great to have in your pocket. Zippo rechargeable hand warmer. Very, very awesome device. I think it was actually named Gear of the Year by Outdoor Magazine or Backpacker Magazine, one of the two. Great device. Look into it. Special thanks to the World According to Goat for tagging me to do this video. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm going to tag 3 additional YouTube channels to try to keep this thing rolling. So the first one is Uptrail71. He's been on YouTube since 2015. I'd like to see what your luxury items are, buddy. The second channel, the one and only Bryce Newbold. Let's see what you're carrying around in that Hyperlite pack of yours. And the third channel, some backpackers may not have heard of this guy. His name is Treefool, and he has a great channel where he goes up and camps in the canopy of trees. He's real fun to watch. Treefool, let's see what your luxury items are, especially when you're sleeping on a portaledge up in the canopy. Thanks for joining me.